Let's turn the microphone on. Big crowd tonight. Good evening. Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to the first monthly meeting of the Planning Board of the City of Elizabeth. And this meeting of this Planning Board of the City of Elizabeth will now come to order. The meeting of the Planning Board of the City of Elizabeth convened this Thursday, the 3rd day of January in the year 2013, has been duly advertised in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, as a specially scheduled meeting published as part of the annual meeting schedule. Notice of this meeting has been furnished to the Star Ledger on Friday, January 27th, 2012. That's correct. Yeah, right. The notices of the cases to be heard were also published in the Star Ledger at least 10 days before today. Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Goldman?
Here.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Here.
Commissioner Brown? Here. Commissioner Carvalho? Here. Commissioner Nunez?
Here.
Commissioner Shallcross?
Here.
Secretary Urban?
Here.
Commissioner Moreno? Here. Commissioner Rivera?
Here.
Vicewoman Ross? Here. Chairman Hodges?
Here. Would everyone rise, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is nominations, and I'm going to turn over the chair to Vice Chairwoman Ross.
Commissioners, we have a motion to nominate the chair for the year 2000.
What do we know? I can hear you. Speaking of Mike.
Happy New Year. We'd like to have commissioners a nomination for the chairman for the year 2013.
Yeah, Madam Chair, can I do something?
Am I ready?
I'd like to nominate Cody Haas for chairman for 2013.
Thank you. Do we have a second? A second. All right. Any other nominations? None. If none, move the motion forward. Marty, can you hold the roll?
Can someone move to close the second?
Move for a vote.
Okay. Councilman Goldman?
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Yes.
Commissioner Nunez?
Yes.
Commissioner Shallcross?
Yes.
Secretary Urban?
Yes.
Vicewoman Ross?
Yes,
Commissioner Hodges?
Abstain.
motion approved.
Thank you. At this point, I will accept the nomination for Vice Chairperson.
I'd like to make a motion for Connie Ross.
Commissioner
Second.
Carvalho,
Second.
Connie Ross, who seconded?
Charlotte.
Charlotte Brown, Commissioner Brown. Any other nominations? Seeing none, Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Goldman?
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Yes.
Commissioner Nunez? Commissioner Shallcross?
Yes.
Secretary Urban?
Yes.
Vicewoman Ross? Chairman Hodges?
Aye. At this point,
Congratulations.
at this point, I would like to ask for nomination for board secretary.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Commissioner Thomas Urban.
Mr. Shalfos nominates Commissioner Urban, seconded by Vice Chairman Ross. Any other nominations? Seeing none, Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Gollman?
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Yes.
Commissioner Nunes?
Yes.
Commissioner Shalfos?
Yes.
Commissioner Urban?
Abstain.
Vice Chairman Ross? Yes. Chairman Haas?
Aye, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have to take nominations or we have to announce the official publications for 2013 to 2014. They are the Star Ledger, La Voz, and Muso Americano. Also in your packets, you will find a calendar for the year 2013. Right, in 2014, I'm going to ask for a motion to adopt the calendar as presented to you this evening.
Are we adopting the newspapers and the calendars?
Yes, we are. We're adopting the newspapers and the calendar at the same time.
Thank you.
And again, who made the motion?
I did the motion.
Commissioner Vice Chairman Ross seconded. Commissioner Nunes. Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Gollman?
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown? Commissioner Carvalho?
Aye.
Commissioner Nunes?
Aye.
Commissioner Shalfos?
Aye.
Secretary Urban?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Ross? Chairman Haas?
Aye. The minutes of the last regularly scheduled meeting, Thursday, December 6th. Just looking quickly to see who was not here. Councilman Gollman can vote, Vice Chairman Ross, Commissioners Carvalho, Gonzalez, Nunes, Shalcross, Urban, and myself. Okay, the absent commissioners were Commissioner Brown and Commissioner Callahan. And can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
We're jumping all over today. Councilman Gollman, seconded by Commissioner Gonzalez. It's been a long day today. It's been a little crazy, as usual. Minutes, motion has been made and seconded. Can we have a vote, roll call, please?
Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Aye.
Commissioner Nunes?
Aye.
Commissioner Shalfos?
Aye.
Secretary Urban?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Ross? Chairman Haas?
Aye. I'm going to take up something that's not on the agenda in front of you. I do believe this is in your packets. Resolution by this board in tribute to Edward Mellage, who retired at the end of last year. Let me read the resolution. It's from current board, the board members that served with Mr. Mellage, Charlotte B. Brown, Councilman William Gollman, Marcelo Nunes, Gordon Haas, Councilman Ross, Georgette Gonzalez, Maria Carvalho, Charles T. Shalcross, and Thomas W. Urban. Whereas Edward H. Mellage has devoted over 20 years of public service to the community of the city of Elizabeth and serving as chairman. Okay. Where did you lose me?
Whereas.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Whereas Edward H. Mellage has devoted over 20 years of public service to the community of the city of Elizabeth in serving as chairman and as a Class 4 member of the planning board of the city, and whereas during the time of service, Mr. Mellage dedicated himself to the thorough consideration and review of many complex applications brought before the planning board, and whereas in that effort, Mr. Mellage played a vital role as chairman of the planning board through the redevelopment of projects such as Jersey Gardens Mall, the IKEA Center, numerous extended stay hotels and related redevelopment of the Kapkowski Road area, as well as overseeing applications involving the revitalization of residential neighborhoods of the city of Elizabeth. And whereas in these efforts, Mr. Mellage consistently demonstrated thoughtful and serious consideration of matters presented before the board, and whereas Mr. Mellage's service throughout his tenure as a member and as chairman of the planning board was marked by his dedication to seeing that these development projects were in what he thought were the best long-term interests for the people of the city of Elizabeth. Now therefore be it resolved by the planning board of the city of Elizabeth that it wishes to commend, acknowledge, and celebrate the tenure and the public service of Edward H. Mellage as a Class 4 member and chairman of the planning board of the city of Elizabeth. Now therefore be it further resolved that the planning board hereby unanimously memorializes this resolution on January 3rd, 2013 to publicly acknowledge and to thank Edward H. Mellage for his many years of public service and to wish him well in the future. The undersigned secretary certifies that within resolution was memorialized herein by this board pursuant to NJSA 40:55D-10G on January 3rd, 2013. I, Mark Rivera, Secretary of the City of Elizabeth Planning Board, do hereby certify that the above is a copy of the resolution passed at the regular meeting of the Planning Board. May I have a motion to move the resolution?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the resolution.
Moved by Secretary Urban, seconded by Vice Chairman Ross. Martin, call the roll.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho.
Aye.
Commissioner Nunes.
Aye.
Commissioner Shalfo.
Aye.
Secretary Urban.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Ross. Chairman Thomas.
Aye. We have the resolution here. Are we able to, or can we see that this is available for the motion?
I'm going to take it myself.
Okay.
What are we doing with it?
It'll be delivered. Those of you. Look at this. Next order of business this evening is Resolution P 1312, 800-824 East Grand Street and 871 Livingston Street, East Grand Division LLC, amended. May I have a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion to approve the resolution.
A second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Ross, seconded by Councilman Gollman. Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown. Aye. Commissioner Carvalho.
Aye.
Commissioner Nunes.
Aye.
Commissioner Shalfo.
Aye.
Secretary Urban.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Ross. Chairman Thomas.
Aye. Just, if anyone is here for P11-12-891 Newark Avenue, Baker Center concept plan, that will not take place this evening and will be adjourned to a future date. Mr. Brown, come up here and join us. For the new commissioners, let me explain what's going on here. Mark Brown is what we call our conflict attorney. Mr. McNamara has a conflict on the case that we're going to be talking about. Not that he's fighting with anybody, he has a conflict, a legal conflict. So Mr. Brown is here to act in our behalf on the matters of the resolution before the planning board. A resolution of the planning board of the city of Elizabeth recommending that the land use element of the master plan of the city of Elizabeth be amended to include the revised Durant Street development plan. So that is now before you. Mr. Mistretta, would you like to explain to us what is going on here?
The two resolutions, the first one is simply a resolution which supports and recommends the city council take the action that's identified in the letter that I had prepared addressed to the chairman of the board, Mr. Haas, dated December 6th. So the letter was dated December 5th, 2012, and it was presented in the 2006, the December 6th meeting, and approved by this board. So the first resolution is simply a resolution approving that letter, supporting the recommendations of that letter as it goes to the city council
Commissioners, again, those of you who were absent at the last meeting, I think that's just you, Commissioner Brown, can vote on this. So may I have a motion to move the resolution as just explained by Mr. Estrada?
Motion to move the resolution.
Motion by Commissioner Cavallo, seconded. Seconded by Commissioner Nunez. Martin, call the roll.
Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Aye.
Commissioner Nunez?
Aye.
Commissioner Chavez?
Aye.
Secretary Urban?
Aye.
Vice President Ross? Chairman Thomas?
Aye. Okay, next item before us is a resolution of the Planning Board of the City of Elizabeth recommending the adoption of the revised Durant Street redevelopment plans in the City Council of the City of Elizabeth. Mr. Estrada will explain that to us.
Sure. The second presentation that I made at the December 6th planning board meeting was to review with the board members what the proposed changes were to the Durant Street redevelopment plan. We went over those in detail. Everybody should have a copy of the report. We went into detail about what those changes were and what this resolution does. It supports the changes that were made as part of that redevelopment plan, revised redevelopment plan. This resolution will go to City Council and recommend City Council adopt those changes.
So they've heard about the first reading, Mr. Coleman? They've heard about first reading this resolution, and this is now coming back to us for any changes. We're choosing to send it back out to City Council for final.
They're waiting for us.
So, would someone move this resolution back to City Council?
Motion to vote.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez, seconded. Seconded by Vice Chairman Ross. Marta, please call the roll.
Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho?
Aye.
Commissioner Nunez?
Aye.
Commissioner Chavez?
Aye.
Secretary Urban?
Aye.
Vice President Ross? Chairman Thomas?
I want to caution the new members, we don't normally finish in 20 minutes. I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.